And yeah, it's gonna be the red R.O.B. Oh, you love to see it. Obviously, being a R.O.B player myself, I'm really hyped for SickBoy's R.O.B, which is really good, really convincing, showing us what the character can do. Obviously, R.O.B being one of the best characters in the game. People thought of discussing that earlier on in the early meta of Ultimate, but now doesn't make any doubt. Everybody tends to accept that R.O.B is a top 10 character in the game, apart from the R.O.B player themselves. Like to pretend he's like top 15 or top 20 something, which is absurd. And R.O.B against Pokémon Trainer, it's actually, in my opinion, he does pretty well. He has a really hard time against QWERTZ, obviously, because Squirtle has so many good conversions. But against Charizard and Ivysaur, I feel like he does pretty well. Especially because Ivysaur cannot wall him out. Gyro and Laser being too good of an option. That projectile game. And it's actually really easy for R.O.B to get those big combos against Ivysaur and Charizard. So yeah, I feel like the matchup is kind of good. And oh, that was a bit cheeky. So he got the down throw on the up tilt. It's actually, he had a true conversion there. You can double jump really quickly and buffer the up air to get a true follow up after the up tilt at those persons. But SickBoy decided to wait out the air dodge. It was not an air dodge coming out, it was an up B. And in the end, SickBoy managed to take the stock, so it's all fair and square. And Squirtle getting those conversions. Now is the moment where you want to switch to Ivysaur. Obviously, you're not gonna edge guard R.O.B with Squirtle, that's a bit of an absurd fantasy. But with Ivysaur, you have many more options, including that down air, which is gonna do loads work for Aisu and get that stock off. This is basically what you want to do. What you want to do with Pokémon Trainer against R.O.B. You want to play a lot of Squirtle earlier on, and when you get those offstage situations, not at those low percents, but when you get dangerous offstage situations, when you go R.O.B stage, you want to switch to the Ivysaur. Charizard being, in my opinion, not a good option at all against R.O.B. You have the option to space out the Nair really well on shield, which is gonna alleviate the kill pressure that Charizard has out of his out of shield options. But an unfortunate air dodge. He thought he had to take. Did not go for an option select. Ended up losing his stock. That air dodge. And it's looking tough now. Looking tough for SickBoy. He's gonna get that down tilt conversion though. Down tilt into fair, being a really good move, being a really good conversion. And we see here the true follow-up I was talking about. At those percents, it's not gonna kill unless you find a DI mix-up. The DI mix-up on R.O.B's up air is gonna allow you to kill like 50% earlier. It actually does a crazy difference. And that was a sick Tomahawk turnaround. Aisu mashing out as hard as he can, but at those persons, not gonna get out that easily. And the up smash sealing the deal on that second stock for SickBoy. But he's 97% behind. And now gonna want to find a tech chase with Squirtle. But that's R.O.B, ladies and gentlemen, for you. That's crazy. That character is actually dumb. I don't know who plays this. No, it's a really good conversion by SickBoy in the end, and it's gonna allow him to turn the wave, turn the tide in his favor. Yeah, poor Aisu. You can understand that there's a bit of a hating problem with R.O.B after what we just saw. That was really good by SickBoy. So I was speaking about R.O.B's up air. As I said, the DI mix-up that you can get, if you manage to get a bad DI on your opponent's part. Gonna kill 50% earlier. It's gonna allow him to kill around maybe 110, 120%, depending on the stage, the rage, and so on. The question is, how do you get that DI mix-up, and how do you avoid it when you play against R.O.B? Well, it's mostly simple if you don't know. You have to DI. You have to look at what side of the move you end up on when the move is when you're on the last hit of the up air. And you basically just DI on that side. So if you're on the right, as we just saw, you have to DI on the right, down and away. And if you're on the left, DI on the left. But the mean thing and the problematic thing is that R.O.B can mix it up, well, because he can drift a lot actually during his up air, and he can cross, you know, he can make you cross the line between right and left on the move, like 2 or 3 times during the move. So it makes it really hard to guess against a good R.O.B player. It makes it really hard to guess on what side you're gonna end up. And you can influence that a bit with SDI, but that does not decide completely of where you're gonna end up. A very interesting move, and that B out of shield is gonna take it. As I said, you can space out R.O.B's Nair. Oh, that invincibility coming in clutch. But SickBoy is gonna have the time to follow up after the up B. We get an up air. Good conversion, is hit gyro into back air. We're gonna see what R.O.B can do here, what Squirtle can find. As I said, the matchup here being really Squirtle favored, because R.O.B combos, R.O.B bread and butters even don't work so well against Squirtle, whereas Squirtle can find crazy conversions. But SickBoy, he doesn't care really. He's gonna find the conversions anyway, and he's gonna put himself in a crazy good situation here on that second stock. It's really close between the two players, but the gyro hitting there is gonna cause a huge problem, and Aisu is not gonna be able to recover. We play a dangerous game on SickBoy's part, because had that side B been a bit lower, would have SD'd on it actually. Side B having quite a bit of handling lag, including when you do it in the air. You have to be careful, especially on a stage like Yoshi's Story, with very close blast zones, including on the bottom of the stage. Oh, that conversion was really good. He had the tech chase even, and he's gonna find a few bears. SickBoy utilizing that bear really well. Back air has been the main topic of discussion regarding R.O.B's meta those past few months, especially because of Zomba, the young player who's been shining in the US recently. Player from New York. He's been showing some crazy stuff with the back air that you just saw, and that is gonna seal the deal for SickBoy, taking it 2-0 over Aisu with a very convincing R.O.B.